Well, look who it is. You already know what it is, fam. It's your boy, Otis Jones, man, back with another one. If you can tell by the title, or you can tell by the pictures that I post in the morning on this bad boy, we got Burberry For Men, fingerprint magnet. So you're going to see some fingerprints on this bad boy. But this bad boy is fire. To me, this is a hidden gem for sure. This was not on my radar of fragrances that's just busting and hitting. This bad boy is busting and hitting. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you like fougere type fragrances, you're gonna love this one. This was made in 1995, I think, but this is timeless. Was made ahead of its time. This is one of them bad boys. This is pretty much my favorite fougere fragrance so far. Now I don't have so many fougere fragrances, but I've got at least like 10. And this one is the top tier fougere fragrance for me. Not only is it fougere, it's soft at the same time, but it has some umph behind it. And it's soapy. It's a little bit soapy. It's green, it's citrusy, it's fresh, but it has that woody kick to it at the same time. Burberry, man, you did your thing on this bad boy. This is a fire fragrance, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I did do 30 sprays, so that's probably why it performed as well as it did throughout the day. It lasted me my whole work shift, but it wasn't projecting so far out there. Now, about the first hour, it was projecting out there. But after that, after I start working, putting that work in, it starts to get closer to you. But I had a crazy scent bubble. It creates a fougere green, soapy, powdery, super powdery, but not outdated. This was definitely ahead of its time, man. It's super powdery though, super powdery, super soapy, but not too much like a soft version of that. You know what I mean? Soft. Definitely an office friendly scent. To me, this is an office friendly, fresh, woody type scent. There is some facets of fruit in here, like citrusy vibe, but it's outstanding. This is a hidden gem for sure. One thing about this, fam, I could see where Burberry Touch came from in a way. Burberry Touch seemed like it was born right out of this type vibe. This has the same woody vibe of Burberry Touch, but I feel like Burberry Touch is like the younger version of this. You know what I mean? But this bad boy, for me, I'd rather have this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Burberry Touch, and I do have that in my collection. I even have an oil form of it, but I like this better. To be honest, I like what this brings. I like that fuzziness, greenness. I like the fougere vibe that it has, and it pops off your skin like crazy. But then when you put it on clothes, it pops off your clothes. It adds that scent bubble that you need. So make sure you put this on skin, but also make sure you put it on your clothes too, fam. You'll get better longevity off of it if you do both. I'm not gonna lie to you, because when the heat comes and you start heating up, it brings it out more. But then when it's colder, it's hitting off your clothes more. I was leaving a Central. I live in Texas, baby, so you already know what it is. It starts off a little cooler it was like 40 something, 46 in the morning, and then it was like 80 degrees when I got off work. This was the perfect fragrance for that, because in the morning, like, I got different smells out of this bad boy, and in the daytime I got different smells out of this bad boy. There's nothing about this that's negative for me. The only thing is that this is more of an expensive bottle, so I wish the longevity was a little bit more. I get UAE fragrances that last long for cheaper. You know what I'm saying? That's the only bad thing. This is about like $50 right here. It's like 49 something if you get it at Walmart. Walmart was the cheapest place to get it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got this bad boy at Walmart, fam. I just stopped by Walmart. I was like, I wonder what they got in there. I picked that bad boy up. Found this bad boy, you know what I'm saying? This is a fire fragrance though, man. Burberry For Men, you did your thing. Now let's see the bubble test. So I can say this lasts about 5 hours. The dry down was a little closer, but as I was moving around, I still smelled my scent bubble. So I could definitely say 5 hours in this one. See the bubble test right here. Look, not too bad, fam. Not too bad on the bubble test. Not too bad. Boom and boom and boom. Gone, fam. Not too bad on the bubble test, though. I could say that. Fire. Let me get a little spray on the, not too bad on the atomizer. It doesn't give you too much, but it hits the spot. You can see the neck meat. Can you see it? You can see the neck meat on the wet part right there, fam. So it gives you enough, fam, to smell good, but it's not an atomizer that's pressurized. You know what I mean? The bottle slick, as you can see, it feels like a card in your hand. You know what I mean? It feels like you're holding a card. I guess because they made the angle so sharp and the bottle is kind of flat, but it feels like you're holding a deck or something. You know what I mean? It's that type of vibe. Now I do know this is the reformulated version, not the older version. You can tell by the cap. I think the older version has some like ridges at the bottom of the cap, but this bad boy is fire. That green smell, that fougere smell, the powderiness, the vibe that it brings is fire. So, you know, hopefully I can find an older version. They say the older versions last longer and it has more of that classic vibe in it. This right here is just timeless either way. I got my hands on the newer version and it's timeless and it's fire. I like this, fam. I'm glad I got this in the collection. You can see the 30 sprays is gone, fam. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully over time that I keep this, hopefully it gets stronger. If not, later on in life when I get some more ducats and funds, I'm going to have to get a backup of this bad boy. Backup worthy. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I was surprised on this one. This one surprised me. Timeless. Timeless on this bad boy. Super timeless. Man, not too many fragrances out there are timeless like this. This bad boy was ahead of his time when it came out. I know if you was living in 1995 and you got your hands on this, I know you was popping. I know you was smelling good out here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm rocking this bad boy in 2026 and I'm smelling good out here. This is one of the ones to where if you're a young buck, this might not be down your alley. This ain't for the old heads either. This is like for anybody who like fougere fragrance because this is timeless. Now, I could see this smelling better on an older guy, you know what I mean? Because this is one of them smells to where it's like, if you're well put together, you got a good head on your shoulders, you know where you're going, you know the job you're trying to get done, this bad boy will match good with your DNA, fam. Man, super fire. If you are, I feel like 30 and up, and you're saying this is for old guys, you're headed down that lane. So maybe you should start wearing things that are of your age and stop trying to be so young, you know what I'm saying? Smell so young all the time. It's okay to address your age. It's okay to smell like your age. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, fam. That's why if you look at my collection, I got older fragrances, fragrance in the middle, younger fragrances. Once you start growing up, fam, and your palate is you got a more of a mature palate, you can wear whatever you want. You lived enough life. You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here trying to attract young girls, so I don't have to smell young all the time. You know what I'm saying? I could smell like this, timeless. I could be timeless, fam. Easy, easy. So if you are going to comment under this video and be like, that's for old folks, get your tail out of here. I ain't gonna lie. You might be an old folk and you need to wear perfume and stuff that's your age, fam. This is not for old people. If you're a young person and you like fougere fragrances, try this one. If you're a young person and you don't like fougere fragrances, you're probably not going to like this one. But it's up for you to try it. I'm saying this is a 10 out of 10 hidden gem, but that doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. Smell is an opinion, fam. Get your own. It's your boy Otis Jones, man. I'm out.